Hi everyone, it's Elise with Elise Lightens a Load. Welcome back. I hope you're joining me on my weight loss journey. If so, and you find my journey exciting or interesting and you're on your own journey and want to follow along, please, subscribe and comment below. Let me know how you're doing. Today, I'm just going to review a few days. I'm going to go through January 7th, 8th, and 9th. And the reason I'm going through those 3 days is January 9th was my birthday. I got a little off track. Not as much as I could have, but I did get off track some, and I paid the price for it. So I just want to go through that with you, let you know how I did, own up to my error or the consequences of what I've done. So on Friday, January 6th, I weighed in at 185.6, 185.8 pounds. Had I carried along on that path, I probably would have, by Saturday, I probably would have been at 185. However, Saturday morning when I got up, I completely forgot and I had my breakfast before I weighed in. Now, breakfast I had, I just had some mashed potatoes, or like potatoes, with some cheese sauce. And you'll find like I put this cheese sauce on just about everything. I love it. And in day 2, I think it is, or maybe day 3, I actually show you that cheese sauce, and I list out the nutrient ingredients on that. So like the protein, the sugar, the fat, the carbs, the fiber, all of that is listed out. So if you haven't yet gone to see that, I will list what day I've put that in the video. And so other than that, on Saturday, like I said, I forgot and I ate first and then I weighed myself. So Saturday morning, I clocked in at 186.6 pounds. So I'm not as upset about that one as I am about the next day, because the next day is Sunday and it was Saturday afternoon. I had been out and about all day, and I mean, I'm not saying this to make an excuse. I'm telling you what I did. So I was out and I was about all day, and I didn't properly prepare myself. I had had the breakfast. I'd had the potatoes, but that's all I'd had. And I got really, really hungry, and I went off track, and I made a pit stop at, I had an Impossible Whopper with cheese combo. And probably a good portion of the extra calories and the extra cost came from both the burger and the fries and all that. But I inadvertently ordered iced tea out of habit, and the only time I drink iced tea really is if I'm out and about. And during the summer, I'd gotten in the habit of having iced tea. So I'm back on my, at home I drink a ton of water. This is my 3rd jar today. Now it's partially frozen, so I've actually had about 2 liters, maybe 1 3/4 liters of water today, because I just keep adding. I've got like this jar that I'm drinking from, which is, I don't know if you can still see it or not. Maybe you can see that it's still kind of frozen. I don't know if you can see that or not. There, can you see? So it's partially frozen, and basically I've got another jar freezer freezing up as we go. So I just kind of drank this, and then I filled it up twice with that cold water, and then refilled the jar and put it back in the fridge. But anyways, so lots of water, and I wasn't drinking lots of water that day. I had been out and about. I'd been drinking Diet Coke, but I'd also had that iced tea. And between the salt and the sugar, I think I really did myself in that day. And I did. So Saturday, 186.6. And of course, I wasn't happy with that, but I had no one to blame but myself. And I did have dinner I was going over to my parents with it that night. I did make my own meal to take with me that night. I had some mashed potatoes and some carrots that I had made up. I'd made up like a whole 3-pound bag of carrots, some broccoli, and then I had some cheese sauce, probably a little more than a half a cup of cheese sauce on both the potatoes and the broccoli together. So make sure I get my protein in there, which I mean, I'm getting it everywhere, so I'm not overly worried about that. But you know, non-vegans and people in the standard American diet are always saying, where do you get your protein? Where do you get your protein? Well, you know, half a cup of that gives me more than 13 grams of protein. So I'm good. With the cheese sauce, that is. So anyways, so I took my own dinner over there, and we had dinner, and I did have a couple of pieces of birthday cake that my mom had made for me specifically and specially. So I enjoyed that. Now, fortunately, layer cake or carrot cake you think of as being stacked layers, but it wasn't. This was sheet pan, so I had, you know, like little squares. Which I really, really wanted more of, but you know, we can't do that. So, total responsibility for that weekend and what accounted out of that. Now, having said that, like I said, the Saturday night was really harsh, and when I woke up Sunday, I was at 189. 189 even. And then when I went out for dinner and I had cake and that, and then the next day was the 9th. It was Monday the 9th. And so when I got up in the morning, I did weigh myself in, and I was actually really scared to weigh in because, you know, the fast food on top of carrot cake, and I was very, very nervous about what that was going to look like. And when I did weigh myself in, it was on the Monday, January 9th, it was 188.4. So I actually had lost a little bit, and that I can only, you know, put down to the fact that I had retained a lot of fluid and salt and stuff as a result of having that one fast food meal. But so I came down a little bit, you know, not much, less than, well, about a half a pound. I came down, and while that's not good, I was very happy to see that I actually came down and didn't go up, because that would have been even harder to handle. So that is the weekend of 7, 8, 9, my birthday weekend. We're back on track. We're doing good now, and we're gonna carry on, and we're gonna meet these challenges, and we are gonna lose weight. I keep saying we. I watched a video the other day with Catherine Manning. If you've never watched her, she's really cool. Anyways, and she had the same problem I do. She's like, what's with this wee stuff? It's just me. What's with this wee stuff? So, made me feel better. At least I'm not the only one. And yeah, so if you haven't already, then please subscribe to my channel. Come along with me. We have not seen my overnight oats, which was day 2, I think. Was the overnight oats with the recipe there, and I think I've got the nutrient content in that recipe as well. So go take a look at those two recipes. I'll see you again soon.